I eat popcorn with a spoon most of the time. Like it's a sensory thing. For some reason, I just don't want to touch popcorn, for example, with my hands all the time. Mind you, if I was at the movies, it would be a little different. Especially pre-COVID, I wasn't thinking about it at the movies like that. I would just eat the popcorn. But after COVID, I think about it. But this came to mind to talk about, for one, because I've never talked about it like this before. And I don't think it's crazy. I've done this with popcorn and with chips before. Like this weekend, I was with family and I had some chips, right? So I poured my chips on my plate because that's what I wanted to do. And then I grabbed a fork and I would scoop up the chips and then I would just eat the chips. And one of my cousins was like, "You eat your chips with a fork?" And I was like, "Yeah." Yeah, because sometimes I don't want it on my hands. I don't know if it's a texture thing. I don't know if it's a thing of like just not wanting to have to wash my hands more than what I already do. Because I wash my hands a lot. But sometimes it's just, no hassle. You know what I'm saying? And it tastes the same. However, I will say there are some times when I really do want to touch my food, like have that contact, which I've heard it does add just a different experience when you're eating. And I can attest to that. I feel like I felt more connected to the food and just experienced it in a different way, in a more connected way, a more, what's a better word? I don't know, unified way or something of that, something to that effect. So definitely see value in actually touching your food. But when it comes to certain food, and when it comes to just certain moments in time, or just even convenience or something, or maybe it's not that convenient because it's an extra step, but just what feels comfortable, maybe that was a better word, comfortable for me. I just like having a spoon or a fork or just some sort of utensil to handle the food as I, eat the food. But let me know if you relate to that, if that's something that you do. If you've watched all the way to the end right here at this moment, thank you for watching this episode of me figuring out what to talk about, and really just about discovering your authentic voice more and more, just leaning more into your authentic voice. And that's not always easy to do, especially when you're trying to post online and do things or say things that hopefully resonate with other people, really to show up and contribute in a way to people, in a way, community in a way, even if it's just something simple or silly, but that helps people feel like, oh yeah, I see myself in that, or I feel differently, but it's cool to just hear a different perspective, or I've always thought about this and somebody else said it, because that's how I experience things, online at times when it's like, oh, you know what? Yeah. Never said it out loud, or just hadn't come across many people who think this, but it's cool when you do. So I don't know, just trying to figure it out. But yeah, do you eat your popcorn with a spoon? Let me know. Or a fork. It don't matter. Just utensil. That's what I'm asking about.